Over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our health care system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
President Trump is, I think, right. He did have a strong economy, but anybody can have a strong economy by borrowing $8 trillion because you're forcing our children to pay for our present-day prosperity with this enormous debt, which ultimately is paid by the poor, by people with fixed incomes. I want to address the area that they veered into, which is COVID management. This is another illustration about why this is so problematical, because these two presidents shut down every business in our country, 3.3 million businesses with no due process, no just compensation. They have 41% of the black-owned businesses that they closed will never reopen. There was no scientific reason to do this. There was no public hearings. They made a bad mistake, and that was the worst financial mistake in American history. They shifted $4.3 trillion upward to this new oligarchy of billionaires that he was talking about. They created a billionaire a day in 500 days. And one of the problems is that CNN was their biggest cheerleader. Oh, and the same company, BlackRock, the same company, the biggest shareholders, the company that owns CNN, are BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Those are the same companies that own Pfizer. Pfizer's the biggest advertiser. So they were all in cahoots in telling us what we needed to do, and we ended up having the worst record of body count of any country in the world.